Ahoy Shipmates, welcome back to another episode of Dead Man's Chest. Okay, this episode I'm going to go over what's happening with Dead Man's Chest. Some good things and some bad things, so we'll share that with you just now. The other thing I wanted to say was I've reached over 3,000 subscribers, and it hadn't even occurred to me, right, that all you guys that have supported me and subscribed to my channel over the years, I've never actually thanked you, like with a competition and stuff like that. So I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a competition for all the subscribers, and it's going to be open worldwide. It's not going to be single to Scotland or the UK. It's going to be open to every single one of you. Doesn't matter where you are. If you were a winner, I will make sure that you get your prize. In regards to the prizes, a lot of it I'm actually going to be buying myself, so it is going to take a while because I want it to be a really good competition and I want you guys to get some good stuff. So obviously it's going to take me a while to get the funds and get everything together. However, I have asked a few companies if they'd be willing to donate anything, and a couple have stepped up to the plate, which I will talk about later on. But right just now, let's get into this little update. So as you can see, the Lobophilia I had at the bottom, he's died, and this is some of the frags that I got. You may be seeing them on the Just Chillin' video. A toxic green trumpet coral, a goniopora, and this was where the Lobophilia was, but unfortunately it's dead and it's totally my fault, which I'll explain in a bit. The Duncan coral, it's doing really well and multiplying, getting new heads all the time, so really happy with that. The lights have not long on, so the corals aren't fully opened yet. This pink Montipora capricornis, yeah, not much happening with that, to be honest. I think it's not getting enough light to grow, but who knows. This is a little Blastomoso Welsey frag I got. It's got 3 heads on it, and I did have it back there, but I've moved it forward a little bit. However, I'm not so sure if it's liking that. Here I've got a little Fabia frag. I really like the colours on this, and I got it for a bargain price, so I thought why not. Up here we've got a branching Montipora. However, this is kind of suffering as well. Now I think there's a couple of reasons for this. Obviously my system is still very young, and it's generally not a very good idea to introduce SPS into a juvenile reef. You're better waiting until your reef's a lot better mature, a lot more mature, your water's more mature, etc. But I taken a risk and got those couple of frags to see how they do. The zebra goby, which is named Phantom, he's just chilling, hiding in his cave as usual. Up here, don't know if you can see him, usually hides up there. He goes. There's Sid, the tail spot blenny. So yeah, he's not going to come out, typical. And the clownfish, they just hang around back here. You never blooming see them, man. Maybe getting an enemy, maybe that'll bring them out perhaps. But yep, the clownfish, they've been named, and we've got Malibu as the female and Half Pint as the male. And that little rock there, I'm not really sure about that. I don't know what the heck I'm going to put on it. I might just put green star polyps on it or something like that, or maybe make it a little Ricordia island. And you'll notice that the glass is gone, and I've removed the tape, so I'm going to get one of those DIY mesh things and put it on, because I think the glass was actually reducing the light input into the tank a bit too much. So overall, the tank's doing okay, but the mistake I made was, like I said, I had the lights and I was filling a bit with them, and I didn't realise that I had everything on at 100%. And I kind of cooked the Lobo. I think it's just too much light for it and it just disintegrated basically. So I'll give you a quick look at the sump. Now finally I've got my auto top off connected, but it's just haphazard. I just had to get on because I was going away for a weekend and I really needed to get a little bit of automation with regards to the water evaporation, so I've just kind of thrown it together, but I will be making it a lot neater and tidier later on when I get a bit of time. So apart from that, the sump's working really well, skimmer's doing its thing and no complaints with that. The other thing I'm not really happy about is, like, there's the auto top off bit, and I'm not happy that I've got all this electrical stuff here. So I'm gonna have to tidy this up and get a place for all these boxes and stuff. And the other thing is, I really didn't like the electrics that I've got to power it all, the tank. I've got these power strips here, and they're all individually switched, but there's only 4 plugs in each. And unfortunately, when I added the auto top off, I was a plug short, so I had to go and add another power strip type thing on the other side, which isn't ideal. And the thing I don't like about this is when the skimmer really starts going to town, sometimes it kind of splashes up, which is quite dangerous next to the electrics. So I'm definitely going to change the way that I've got the system powered up and make it a bit more safe really. So this is just temporary. It's a blooming eyesore in the living room, so you can imagine I'm not very popular with the wife. And I'm just using this container for my water, and in here I'm using kalkwasser. A subscriber asked me how I was dosing the tank. Well, that's how I'm doing it. It's just using kalkwasser, and I'll be using that until the time comes where that's not capable to maintain the corals I have in the system. But yeah, I'm really unhappy with that. That's just a nightmare. So at some point I'm gonna rip all that and make a lot tidier power bank sort of thing, because just now it's just a mess. So that's the sump. All the fish are doing fine, no problems there. The fish are super healthy, can't complain. Just a bit disappointed that the corals are not doing too good. I'm thinking, well, I know the branching Montipora and the pink bird's nest both look like they're starting to bleach, and I think it's down to me having the lights on for, I think it was nearly a week, when everything was on 100%. So I think I've kind of knackered them, to be honest, and I think that, along with the fact that the system is so new, isn't ideal. So next corals that I get, I'm going to be going for zoanthids, soft corals, and maybe some LPS, and I'm going to leave the SPS a bit further down the line until the system's a bit more mature, and then hopefully things will have settled down, because I'm still kind of going through diatom phases and stuff, so it's not ideal. But yeah, apart from that, everything else is fine. I've got no complaints. Okay, shipmates, so a couple of people who have emailed and asked them if they were willing to donate to help me do my 3,000 plus competition have stepped up to the plate, and one of them is Epo Putty. Now, all of you will know that I absolutely love this stuff. This is the stuff I use to glue my corals, and I made my aquascape with this. Fantastic product. I can't say enough about it. I really love it. So I'm absolutely over the moon that when I contacted them, they were delighted, and they've sent me this case, and it's just packed full of Epo Putty for me to give away to you guys. So that's absolutely fantastic. I think I've got 12 packets to give away. So yep, so that's going to be really cool. And if any of you are going to be setting up a new tank and you're looking for some epoxy to glue your rocks together, or if you're having a little rescape, or even if you've just got some corals that you want to secure, well, you never know, you might get lucky and get some of this free. So that's fantastic. So a big shout out to Epo Putty. Thank you very much. It's totally awesome and I really appreciate it, and I'm sure all the subscribers are going to love this as well. Another company to step up to the plate is Flipper. They've donated one of their standard flipper magnets for me to give away in the competition as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So big shout out to them and thank you very much. But there's still lots more to come. I've got some ideas, some stuff that I'm wanting to get for you guys. So in regards to the rules and what you're going to have to do in order to win this stuff, I'll reveal that in a later episode on the actual competition video. But yeah, so it's just to let you know that I haven't forgotten about you, and I do appreciate you, and I will be thanking you with this competition in due course. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. So till next time, thanks for watching. Bye bye.